If you've ever replayed a conversation in your head for hours, wondered if you said the right or wrong thing, or stayed awake at night imagining every possible future, then you know what it's like to have an overthinking mind. And everyone and people around you will always say that it's a flaw and that you need to stop thinking so much. But I'm making this video to tackle on the angle of what if overthinking isn't a weakness, but could actually become your hidden advantage. Because I like to believe that some of the most creative, strategic, and insightful minds in history share one thing in common. They all overthink, but the trick is that they learn how to use it. Because an overthinking mind doesn't just see one possibility, it sees 10, 20, 30, sometimes 100 or 1,000 possibilities in one go. Like a robot. Like a simple text message suddenly becomes 1,000 potential meanings, or a 5-minute conversation just plays on repeat in your head for hours and hours. Because you're analyzing the tone, the intention, body language if the person is speaking face to face, and pretty much everything that goes on in that split minute. It can feel like your brain is a courtroom, and every word you said is being put on trial. And here's the frustrating part, because everyone else seems fine. They sleep, they move on, say it ain't that deep, they just throw whatever is in front of them and continue on to the next day. But for you, your mind never stops. Again, people always say to just relax, just stop thinking. But you and I know it's not that simple. An overthinking mind isn't broken. It's just operating at full power without any guidance. But the same mind that drives you crazy is also capable of an incredible insight. Because overthinkers notice patterns that most people miss. They explore possibilities before they even happen, and they also anticipate problems before anyone even sees them. And that mind that constantly questions, analyzes, and doubts can become a superpower. Just imagine our F1 engine, Formula 1. It's powerful, high performance, but it's impossible to control if you do not know how to steer. And the difference between an overthinking mind that's a burden and one that's a weapon is knowing how to channel it. But of course, there's always a dark side. If it's left unmanaged, overthinking can or will, of course, destroy you. You keep replaying the past. You know, how many times of us do that? Past relationships, past failures, past disappointments. You start worrying endlessly about the future, whether you're able to find a good job, whether you see a future with your partner. Again, you just plan life instead of living in it. And it becomes a trap. Because the danger isn't thinking itself. It's letting your mind run the show while you're just sitting still. You let opportunities slip by. You stall on decisions. And even simple choices becomes mountains. But then again, there is good news. Because you don't have to fight your mind. You just have to teach it to work for you. So how do you turn overthinking into your greatest strength? And this is the 3 steps that I've come up with. It's a simple in concept, but it's powerful if you apply it consistently. Again, it's all about consistency. Just like everything to do with success, consistency is always the key. So, step number 1, you externalize your thoughts, because your mind is like a computer. And if all the files are on the desktop at once, it's obviously going to be cluttered. Your brain is going left to right, A to Z. So writing down your thoughts is like organizing those files. Journaling, note-taking, or even recording a voice memo like what I do on my saved messages on WhatsApp or anything, it removes a mental chaos and makes your thinking much more clearer. But just start small. Spend 5 to 10 minutes every day writing down every worry, an idea, every scenario that's playing in your head. But it's not to judge it, it's just to transfer whatever thoughts that you have into paper. Once it's out of your head, you'll notice that your thoughts aren't really that overwhelming. They're much more manageable, and most importantly, they're actionable. Step number 2 is to give your brain boundaries. Overthinking often spirals because your brain has no limits. There's no breaks. That's why you need like a thinking window. 15 to 30 minutes each day where you allow yourself to analyze a problem. Outside the window, you redirect your attention. So instead of using those pockets of time in your day just to doom scroll, use it instead to allow yourself to analyze the problem deeply. Imagine your mind as a powerful engine, but you only run it on the track, not the highway, not the street. And the result is you get deep insight without being trapped in constant worry. So boundaries don't limit your mind. they free it to perform better. And the last step is to take action before you spiral. And again, overthinking feeds on uncertainty. The more you wait, the more scenarios your brain invents. And taking action kills that spiral, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be something realistic. Small steps, micro decisions, small experiments, and each action gives your mind feedback, thus reducing anxiety and therefore creating momentum. So, for example, you send that message you've been rewriting 5 times, you take that first step on a project you've been over planning, like a vacation. Even tiny action breaks the cycle of overthinking. The truth is, an overthinking mind isn't broken because it's powerful if you know how to use it right. So stop that narrative of your mind saying, "What's wrong with me? You know, why am I not normal?" Nah, you're special and you have a tool, you have a gift, and you just need to know how to guide it and redirect it. But just like any powerful tool, it can either build something meaningful or create unnecessary chaos. But the difference is learning how to guide it. And I emphasize this real quick again, the goal isn't to stop thinking deeply. The goal is to know when to think and when to move. When your mind finally learns direction, it becomes something most people can't comprehend and can't keep up with. And that is the hidden power of overthinking. Hey guys, this is Nostalgia. Thanks for sticking through this video. If you like videos like this, hit subscribe.